2, 1, go!
Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, it is KingNido here, and today we are coming to you from New Marvel City, where the Dark type Devils are hosting the normal type Goldenrod balance, and the balance is starting out with Blissey and a Dark type of their own with normal Dark type Obstagoon. It will be Mandibuzz and Weavile starting out for the New Marvel Devils, and immediately Weavile with the Octazooka onto that tanky Blissey, who tanks that hit fantastically, and a wing attack from Obstagoon onto Weavile. Great hit as the Psycho Shift does fail from Mandibuzz as Blissey flings its Leopard Berry here at Mandibuzz and does such minimal damage. Mandibuzz must be cackling to itself as it eats that Leopard Berry, but with that weak armor it is going to lower its defense. That will boost that speed stat that it has, however, with that weak armor hidden ability. And now Mandibuzz is the quickest on the field, going for the Leaf Blade onto Obstagoon. That is a great hit there, gets the critical hit in fact, and it's followed up by Weavile going for the Hyper Voice, hitting both Obstagoon and Blissey tanks yet another hit as Obstagoon goes for the Imprison play. This is a perfect setup for this early in the matchup. Blissey follows it up with the wing attack there onto Weavile as Mandibuzz, with no moves left, is going to have to struggle, and that is because of that Imprison. They need to get Obstagoon off this field before they start doing too much recoil damage to themselves. Unfortunately, Weavile goes for Blissey, gets a great hit in there, but that recoil damage is terrible as Obstagoon now with the Razor Shell onto Weavile, and Weavile is eliminated from this matchup. That is a great start for the Goldenrod balance as Blissey with the Bubble Beam now onto Mandibuzz gets in a much better hit than that fling was as Pangoro comes out for the New Marvel Devils, and Mandibuzz having to struggle hits Obstagoon. There's that recoil damage, but it is doing the right things, going for Obstagoon as Pangoro now goes for its struggle and does massive damage to Blissey, but again that recoil damage onto itself as Obstagoon is going to go for the Aura Sphere now, and that is a massive super effective hit, and the reason why is because it was Zoroark in its illusion form as Blissey with the Sweet Scent is going to lower the evasiveness of those Dark types that are on the field, obviously excluding Obstagoon, who is its own teammate. Now they're still continuing with the struggle on the side of the New Marvel Devils, but they're so close to getting Obstagoon off the field. Mandibuzz is an easy target now, but Zoroark with its struggle, surely this will finish off Obstagoon, and that it does. It releases the New Marvel Devils from that imprisonment, but Zoroark has eliminated itself in the process, sacrificing itself for the greater good of the side. There's Blissey now with the Rock Tomb onto Mandibuzz, and Mandibuzz is eliminated with that super effective move. Blissey gets an elimination, even with that 10 base attack as Taurus comes out for the Goldenrod balance. It's the actual Pangoro and Hydreigon coming out for the New Marvel Devils as Taurus with the Tailwind is going to boost that speed of the Goldenrod balance as a Storm Throw onto Pangoro from Blissey gets a super effective hit, critical hit as well with that move. This Hydreigon is going to set up a light screen for the New Marvel Devils. This will make them stronger against special moves as Pangoro with the Blizzard will connect with both Tauros and Blissey. Gets the critical hit on Tauros as well, but that's going to activate its Anger Point ability, and it's going to max out its attack stat, and Tauros has that 100 base attack as it goes for a wrap onto the pseudo-legendary Hydreigon, and that is a massive wrap with that boosted attack stat. Blissey follows it up with the Wild Charge onto Hydreigon. Unfortunately, it doesn't do as much damage, being not very effective, but Blissey damaged by the recoil as Hydreigon throws out the Toxic Spikes onto the side of the Goldenrod balance. Whoever comes out for the balance now will be poisoned, as Pangoro with the Soak is going to change the typing of Blissey from normal to Water type, as that wrap is going to do continuous damage to Hydreigon that was set up by Tauros. Now Tauros with the Focus Energy, it will be getting pumped. You do not want a critical hit from a max attack. Tauros. Blissey now with the Grassy Glide though, going for Pangoro, doing that chip damage there as the Poison Powder fails and Blissey is able to avoid it. Draco Meteor is avoided by Tauros from Pangoro. There's that wrap continuing to do damage, but the Goldenrod balance off to a fantastic start here, and they want to end that 3-game winning streak that the New Marvel Devils have, as Tauros with the Ingrain is setting itself up to be in this matchup for a long time, which is fantastic for the balance. Again, that maxed out attack as the Octo Lock onto Hydreigon from Blissey. Hydreigon though with the Muddy Water now, and this is going to connect with both Tauros and Blissey. They're both easy targets. It's not very effective on the Water type Blissey though, as Pangoro with the Bubble Beam is going to go for that Water type Blissey, and Blissey's able to hold on after that not very effective move. Blissey is such an easy target though. Remember, it did become a Water type after that Soak There's that Ingrain restoring health to Taurus as the Wrap continue to do damage to Hydreigon, and that Octolock is lowering the defense and special defense of the Pseudo Legendary as that Tailwind peters out, but Taurus still the fastest on the field. Goes with the Whirlpool onto Pangoro. Critical hit, and Pangoro is going to be taking continuous damage from that Vortex as the speed swap from Hydreigon. It switches its speed with Blissey. What is it thinking? Blissey is now quicker than the Dark types yet again, and as it goes for a Harden, this is going to boost its defense stat here. As Pangoro with the Clear Smog now onto Taurus, and Taurus is able to hold on, but its stat changes have been removed. It no longer has that maxed out attack. That was a fantastic play by Pangoro, who does take damage from the Whirlpool. And there's that Wrap still doing damage to Hydreigon. They are taking that chip damage, which is great for the balance, and again those defenses being lowered of Hydreigon, both special and physical, as Taurus now is going to set up the Magic Coat. We will see if this can be successful later on in the turn. But Blissey now is the second quickest on the field, and it goes with the smackdown onto Pangoro. Not very effective, however, and Pangoro is going to respond with the wing attack, and Blissey is eliminated from this matchup after being in the match for 6 minutes. Hydreigon with the Trick Room is going to make the Dark types quicker than Taurus. But if the Golden Red Balance send out a slower Pokemon, it will become the quickest on the field, with that Trick Room reversing the speed order of the Pokemon in the matchup, and Hydreigon holding on after that Wrap. And here's Pangoro taking damage yet again from the Whirlpool. This has been a great matchup so far for Taurus. Licky now comes out for the Golden Red Bounce and immediately lands on those Toxic Spikes, so it will be poisoned. But it is the quickest on the field, going for the Bone Rush onto Pangoro. Gets the first hit, its multi-hit move. It gets the second. It needed 3 though. Pangoro holds on as Hydreigon goes for the Venom Drench onto both Taurus and Licky. This is going to lower their attack stats and their special attack, as well as that speed. And Pangoro with the strength onto Licky gets a good hit in there, as the Purify does fail from Taurus, but Taurus is able to restore a little bit of health from that Ingrain as Licky takes damage from its poisoning. And finally, Hydreigon has been freed from the Wrap. However, Pangoro, not so lucky, is eliminated due to that Whirlpool. And now out comes Drapion onto the field, the last Pokemon for the Numerable Devils, as a Super Fang from Licky onto Hydreigon. Hydreigon is going to go for the Shadow Force. It was such an easy target, but the Super Fang, will only cut your health in half, as the Electro Web from Drapion hits both Taurus and Licky, and is going to lower both their speeds. Remember that Trick Room is still in effect. This is actually good for the normal types, as the Dragon Pulse is avoided by Hydreigon, and that would have been super effective. Taurus, that Ingrain has saved it so many times in this matchup, you have to think. As Licky taking that damage from the poisoning, goes for the Heavy Slam. Hydreigon avoids it, but the Shadow Force from Hydreigon won't affect the normal types, as the Horn Drill is avoided by Drapion from Taurus. Drapion with the Confuse Ray now onto Taurus, hoping that maybe Taurus will take itself out of this matchup in its confusion. We'll see if it can shake it off shortly. But first, it is going to restore just a little bit more health in this matchup, as Licky takes a bit more damage from that poisoning. And now Licky is going to go for the Rock Smash onto Hydreigon. This time it gets the elimination with that super effective move. Drapion is all by itself. It has 4 normal type Pokemon to contend with. Taurus does shake off its confusion, but goes for the Court Change. It will move the Toxic Spikes off its side of the field, but no one from the Numerable Devils will land in it. And even if it was Drapion, it would have just absorbed him, as an Earth Power from Drapion onto Licky does not finish the job, but that poison should surely take it out of the matchup. And that it does. So it was actually really good by Taurus to do the Court Change, move those Toxic Spikes off, because now Stoutland coming out on the field will not land in it, and its Intimidate ability is activated, lowering the attack stat of Drapion, who goes for the beat up. It's only going to connect once with Stoutland, because it is all by itself. Stoutland, though, with the Magical Leaf onto Drapion, doing very little damage, being not very effective there. Taurus needs to shake off this confusion, and that it will. It goes for the Moonlight. This is fantastic by the Raging Bull. It is going to restore its health here, and it does have that Ingrain still going as well, so it's going to restore just a little bit more health on top of that. Almost gets itself back to full strength, as Drapion with the Rock Smash is super effective there onto Taurus. That surely would have eliminated it. And Stoutland with the Iron Head now. That is a great hit there, critical hit in fact, onto Drapion as Tauros snaps out of its confusion and goes for the stealing, but Drapion avoids that attack. Tauros still restoring health on this match. It does slow down the play just a little bit, but Drapion now with the Tailwind looking to lower those defenses of Stoutland. It is successful, as well as lowering it onto Tauros as we get our first time warning. Sweet Kiss is avoided by Drapion. Tauros still restoring health, but if we go into overtime, that'll be great for Drapion, because then it becomes single battle with the remaining 3 Pokemon. A double edge from Drapion onto Tauros gets the recoil damage. Stoutland though now with the Mega Punch, and Drapion is eliminated with the critical hit, giving the victory to the Golden Red Balance. And this is fantastic for the Balance, because this will move them up into 8th place in the Masters 8. That is exactly what they need. Whereas the Numoville Devils will stay sitting in 5th place. Now, normally I would tell you what will be that next round in this matchup, but due to some unfortunate circumstances, the rounds may be ending at round 14, and then we will be going straight into our championship trials. But we're still trying to sort out how that will play out here in the PokeType League. But our very next matchup will be the Pewter Stones taking on the Lumiose Lightning. I cannot wait for that matchup. We will let you know more when I know. But until then, Nidorinos and Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best one for it. And if you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, share, and subscribe. But more importantly, please always remember, you're awesome.